Andrea, and welcome to my channel. This is 3 days in Germany for Christmas markets. Please subscribe. Starting off with Cologne, we arrived early in the morning from Amsterdam. We dropped our bags off at the hotel. We stayed on the other side of the river from the cathedral because hotels were cheaper over there, and it's not really that far of a walk. You just have to cross the bridge. So after dropping our bags off, we just headed towards the Christmas markets, and we went through the Gnome Market to get to the cathedral. The Gnome Market was so cute. It wasn't open yet, so we couldn't buy anything, but we did spend plenty of time there when it was open. We just walked to the market near the cathedral, and I got a pretzel for breakfast, and I also got glühwein, and then we went inside the Cologne Cathedral. And this is the tallest twin-spiraled cathedral in the world and the second tallest church in all of Europe. It's shockingly tall, and when you're standing in front of it, it's like amazing. I didn't really film that much inside of it just out of respect, but it's definitely worth waiting in line for. It didn't actually take that long to get inside. And then we walked back to the Gnome Market. It was my favorite market on our entire 12-day trip out of all 5 countries that we went to. It was so cute. We got hot chocolate at this market. And I got some tiny little cookie cutters. Looking back, I really wish I would have gone ice skating here because it would have been really fun. And I don't get that many opportunities to go. And then we walked around for a bit just so that we could see some of the city and more of the architecture of Cologne. And then when we were able to check into our hotel, we walked back to the hotel and we rested for a little while. We tried to just hang out in the hotel for a little bit each day. And then once it got dark and we got hungry, we went back out to the markets to get dinner. And we went over to the ship-themed market. When we were walking over here, I got pooped on by a bird for the very first time in my life, so make sure not to walk under any trees full of birds. I know that's common sense, but... So anyway, I ate a potato cake, which was amazing, and I'm pretty sure I ate a bratwurst, but I guess I didn't get any video of it. And then we went to the Lindt Chocolate Museum, and Lindt Chocolate is literally my favorite ever brand of chocolate. And it was so fun looking at all of these truffles. We did buy, I think, like 8 of them or something, and they were all really good and really fun. And then we wanted to go back over to the Gnome Market one more time just because it was so cute, and it was crazy crowded over here. I don't recommend going at night. If you can, go right when it opens during the day and avoid it at night. The next morning we took the train to Frankfurt, Germany. After arriving, we walked to the hotel, which was actually really close to the train station, so it was really convenient. We were just wanting to drop off our bags, but we were actually able to check in because our room was already ready. I think they weren't at full capacity, so the room was just ready already, and it was really nice. We were really tired, so we stayed in the hotel until around 10, I think, when the markets opened. So then we walked over to Rammerberg area, which is kind of like the little downtown area where all of the half-timbered buildings are in Frankfurt, and it's a really cute square. I definitely recommend coming to this area if you're in Frankfurt. There are Christmas markets over here, so we did get food. I think my husband had like curry fries or something, and I'm pretty sure I got a bratwurst. And I also had my first German beer. I didn't drink the whole thing because I was concerned about finding a restroom, and luckily there are a lot of toilets, paid toilets in this area. We kind of just wandered around and explored and looked at all the architecture. We eventually came back to this historic building, which is a coffee house and a bakery, and it was really good and definitely a comfy place to kind of warm up in the winter. And then we came to the Frankfurt Cathedral. It's really, really pretty, and I'm pretty sure we did go inside, but you could only go in part of it. I think they had something going on. I don't really remember. And then we just continued walking around the markets. The Christmas markets in Frankfurt are super expansive, and I don't really know how many they actually have because they're all kind of connected. I think they span like 20 blocks or something. They're absolutely huge. This was my second favorite city for Christmas markets on this whole trip out of all 5 countries. Rhineland, Germany is beautiful and I'd love to come back someday. The train ride between Frankfurt and Trier was super pretty. We had to transfer between trains, so it took a little while. We eventually arrived at Trier, Germany in the late morning. It's right on the border of Luxembourg, which was in my last video if you want to watch that. The first thing that we did was drop our stuff off at the hotel. I believe we were also able to check in early. This hotel had a really nice view, and after that we just went out and wandered around and explored the town like we do on every day of this trip. Trier is a city that has a bunch of Roman ruins kind of sprinkled all around the city, so it's interesting to look around and see really, really old buildings mixed with like older German buildings mixed with newer German buildings. We walked over to the Christmas market and we got lunch. Then we went to St. Peter's Cathedral, which is a really big, really interesting looking cathedral. I don't think I've ever seen a cathedral that looks like this before with all the curves. This is actually the oldest cathedral in Germany. We were just trying to hit all the spots that were saved on my Google map. So next we came to the Electoral Palace. The building is super fancy. It's pink and it kind of reminds me of the movie The Grand Budapest Hotel. I just think it's really pretty. Then we came to Kaiserthermen, which is the imperial baths. This was built on top of hot springs during the 4th century AD, and then it was later on made into a castle. And you can actually tour this area, and I believe you can go inside, but it wasn't open when we went, sadly, because all of the staff was having, I think, a Christmas party. And then after this, we took a really long walk over to the amphitheater because for some reason it didn't occur to us that it also wouldn't be open. We got to see kind of the outside, but you could really like hardly see anything. And then after this, we just walked back to the Christmas market area and we just kind of did a little bit more shopping. We went in a few boutiques and stores and then we walked around the Christmas market some more. And we came back to Porta Nigra, which is a gate that was built in 170 AD and was never completed. And this is a statue of Karl Marx because this is his hometown. And then after that, we just got dinner and I got some glühwein. We pretty much ate mostly at Christmas markets on this trip just because it's so affordable and we wanted to try a bunch of different stuff. And that's all for this video. Thank you for watching. Please subscribe and watch out for my last video, which will be Disneyland Paris. And be sure to check out my previous videos from this trip.